Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday, okay? Happy Taco Tuesday for anybody who, still does that, okay? If not, my bad. But happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, it's August 25th. Let's get started on some journey oracle messages, okay, to see what you guys might need to know for today, okay? What is Spirit trying to tell you guys, okay, when it comes to the energy for today, okay? Don't mind me, I'm outside, but where I am, they're cutting the grass. You guys could hear it in my other video earlier today. So obviously if I roll up my windows, just know it's because of the grass being cut. I don't want it to be too loud. Sounds like they're coming back too, but anyways, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time for August 25th? What do they need to know for August 25th, please? Please give them the clarity and understanding that they need to know for today whenever they see this message or video, please and thank you. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday so far and you guys are doing well. You guys know that there's a full moon coming up soon, so some of you guys could be seeing the moon forming, okay, for some of you guys that are into the full moon. I already posted about this on my blog as well, so you guys can check that out. And then I finally posted about Virgo season. I was a little bit late. Oh my god, there's a bee. After I just said no. Okay, it's gone, I think. Nope. Oh my lord, nope. Nope. You stay over there, Buster. You stay over there. Trying to get in my car. They've been trying to get in my car, guys. Anyway, you know why I don't want them in the car? Because I don't know if I'm allergic. My mom is allergic to them, and she almost died, okay? She almost died. She had to go to the hospital to get that checked out one time. So I'm not trying to find out if it's hereditary or what. I'm just checking my back windows just to be sure, because they always seem to find a way to get inside. I literally just wanted to get some fresh air, and as soon as I opened the window, homeboy or girl decided that, oh, I'm gonna come in your car. No. And I don't even have on perfume, so it's just the energy, okay? So I said this yesterday, okay? Bees are significant. 222 on the timer, okay? Bees when it comes to partnerships, so working could be significant. Partnerships, whether this is a job, romantic, it doesn't matter. There's something about you and someone else coming together, okay? But anyways, I even forgot what I was saying to you guys earlier, okay? But anyways, synchronicities are significant, okay? So butterflies are significant. Like I said, seeing signs and synchronicities. I just seen a bee, so I'm just letting you guys know bees are significant too. Yeah, but anyways, there's something about seeing synchronicities, whether these are through, like I said, angel numbers. I saw 222. This could be angel numbers, this could be butterflies, this could be anything, okay, birds. But there's just something about the energy where the universe is showing you signs and synchronicities. Now the question is, are you paying attention to these signs and synchronicities? Because a lot of times, we'll say to ourselves like, oh my gosh, I wish I could get a sign, or why am I not receiving any confirmations, and blah, blah, blah. But really and truly, because we are so busy in our day-to-day lives, whether this is like taking care of your kids or the family, or going to work or going to school, and just focusing on those things, sometimes we forget to realize that we are getting signs and synchronicities from spirit or the universe. So it may seem like we're not getting it, but it's just also paying attention, right? So if you are paying attention, this is a sign for you. If you are missing the signs and synchronicities, this is also a sign that spirit is saying, pay attention, okay? We have introspection. Okay, so some of you guys, when it comes to, signs and synchronicities, there's something about you being in introspection, or you going within, okay, when it comes to a certain situation or dynamic that you guys could be dealing with. Oh my lord, this bee is back again. Ciao. Find someone else. Like, no. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's not that I don't like them. Like I said, I just don't want to get stung, okay? But there's something about introspection, okay, or being able to be very introspective, right? Like, you're somebody who you can see different situations, okay, from different perspectives and different angles. Now, another thing I noticed too with the collective is, like, a lot of people don't like this with you guys, right? Not to say that they hate, because hate is, well, you never know, right? But hate is a strong word, right? But it's just almost the energy of you're somebody, whether people like it or not, you can go within yourself and either pick yourself apart, okay, which could be good and bad, right? But just being able to pick yourself apart. So it's like, you don't need someone to tell you if you're right or wrong. You already know if you're right or wrong. You already know if a situation's not good for you mentally or physically. You already know if someone is being weird in your energy. You already know these things, right? So because you're able to analyze, it's almost giving like having like intuitive and also intuitive and analytical thinking, right? Like you can be both, and that also shocks a lot of people, because some people are just analytical and some people are just intuitive, but some people have a little bit of both, okay? So you're very multi-dimensional, okay? Or multifaceted, okay? Those two words could be significant for some of you, but there is something about your energy, okay? We have abundance. So there's something about your introspection that's bringing in abundance. Now, I'm also picking up here too that some of you guys could do content work. If this is not content, this is about you dealing with other people in your energy. So say this is a working situation for somebody, right? Somebody is looking at a situation, either this is from the past or right now. They're looking at a situation or dynamic where they may realize that you were very introspective about everything that was going on around you and everybody else, right? So it's almost like you played your cards really well. You didn't really show your hand. Something about Uranus energy too, where you could be very unpredictable because nobody really knows what your next move is. Now, another thing I was going to say to you, like the game chess could be significant. Now, child, I suck at that. Don't even ask me to play that, okay? I'll play, Connect 4 and all those kind of games, but don't ask me to play chess, okay? So, sorry guys, yeah. That was loud, but okay. Like I told you guys, they're cutting the grass. Okay, but, and it smells funky too because of the diesel, but, yeah, there's something about abundance, right? There's something about, you being very introspective and seeing things from different, points of view. Someone is seeing that about you as well, okay? They could also be introspective as well, okay? I don't know why I'm getting Virgo placements. This person may not have Virgo placements, but for whatever reason, I feel like they may know that you may have certain placements about you. Like, even if they're not into astrology, they just see that you could be someone who has a lot of detail in what it is that you do. So it's almost like a method to your madness. Like, you may say something out loud and it may not make sense in the moment, but for whatever reason, maybe a day, a week, or a month could pass by and somebody could say, oh shoot, this person was right about this situation. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, right? Yeah, light in the dark, same thing I said, right? The reason why you guys are receiving abundance is because there's something that you brought to light, okay? Either everything in the dark comes to light, or there's something about you shining your light on certain situations, or shining light on certain things that people were missing in their own life, okay? So you could be somebody that you could meet a stranger and someone could talk to you about something and automatically you could say, so why don't you try this? Or why don't, you know what I mean? Like very intuitive or very introspective, where you can see how somebody may be missing a step in what their plan is, and then giving them that extra information about what next step they should take. And someone looking at you like, I never thought of that, right? So take whatever resonates with that, but there is something about you shining light on a situation, or with your light, there's something about illumination. Your light shines in the most darkest moments, okay? And that's also, confirmation for somebody as well. So there's something about this energy where it's like, it doesn't matter where you are in your life. It doesn't matter where you go. You're somebody that will always shine your light onto people, whether you try to or not. 9/11 on the timer. Even if you're trying, okay, or not trying, it's like your light just automatically shines onto people. You help people grow. Whether this is yourself or just you help people grow within their situation. So also another thing I was going to say to some of you guys is like, say you guys are somebody that you like to see growth in other people. I'm going to be honest with you, that's very hard to come by, especially if you're dealing with corporations or companies or, big places where they don't care about people. People are just a number. It's like university and college. Nobody cares about your first name or your last name. You're just a number. You're just another student, right? And that's the same thing with certain jobs, right? It's like a lot of times people just look at you like a number. You can be here today, gone tomorrow. You could literally die, okay? And I'm not trying to put that out there, but it's true. You literally could die and they don't care. They just replace you like nothing. You know, even if you are the best worker, or, you know, you were punctual, or you did everything that you possibly could to help the company or help the environment run smoothly, you know, people don't realize that you bring a lot to, you know, certain situations. And it's almost like people just don't want to admit that. But then when it comes to them, they lack certain things. So even if you never went to school to get a master's or a bachelor's or whatever it is, right? Because we don't judge, right? Common sense is not so common. Okay, so you help people grow. And like I said, there's someone in your energy. It's been showing up very heavily in the messages where there could be someone in your energy that may see this about you. Maybe it's too late, because like I said, if you're not in this environment anymore, it could be too late that this person's now recognizing this. They should have seen this before. But 11:01 on the timer is significant with ones. You know, you could be starting something new, and that's why it's too late, because you guys are starting a newer beginning with money. Okay, so there's something about your money growing. Okay, that too could be significant. Okay, there's something about you saving or budgeting yourself more, but there's something about your money growing, or something about growth when it comes to your money. How you view money, how you know, handle money. Do you have a mindset that, you know, if I don't have this today, I'm not going to have it tomorrow? That kind of energy, right? It may not be the same for everybody, because everybody thinks differently, but when you're trying to manifest something new, that could be significant. Okay, for some of you guys are taking a leap of faith on yourself, and because you guys are doing this, it's bringing in some type of awakening, okay, with judgment. So either this is you going through an awakening, or because you guys left behind something that no longer serves you, that is also awakening someone else in your energy. Okay, so you cause awakenings in people's lives, whether they like it or not. Even if you were not meant to meet somebody, like I said, this could be a stranger on the street, 12:12 on the timer. This could be someone at the gas station, at the grocery store. Okay, this could be anywhere, a clothing store. This could be anywhere, your job, your home, your building. Say you live in an apartment, your neighborhood, it doesn't matter. You allow people to awaken or see something within themselves that they never thought that they could see within themselves. You know what I mean? It's almost like showing people that, hey, you have a talent, you have a skill, why are you not using that? And somebody's sitting there saying, well, I don't think I should, or I don't think I can. No, you know, 12:43 on the timer, right? Like, you guys are unique people, right? So why not utilize the skills and talents that the universe blessed you with, you know, for something that you could use, right? Clarity. So there's something about someone awakening and having clarity, whether this is you or someone else, like I said, in your energy. Again, this is past energy too, where it's like people may start to realize, but it's too late. Okay, they're receiving clarity about a situation. They're seeing something for what it is. Okay, especially if bullying and things like that were involved, or people tried to bully you or intimidate you because they're like, oh, look at me, I'm authority. And, you know, if you don't do this, I'm going to tell the CEO and blah, 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 or blackmail or whatever, right? There's something about that energy too, where it's like you are giving clarity to someone else in your energy because you allowed them to awaken themselves. So it's almost like a domino effect. It's like you've awakened yourself, you awaken that person awakens someone else. And then it goes basically around in a circle until it reaches where it needs to reach, because your energy is that strong. It's almost like the card keep going, where spirit is telling you to keep going when it comes to like international and global energy. Okay, but there is something about clarity. Either you're receiving clarity about something, or you gave clarity to somebody in your energy. Okay, so spirit, what other messages do you have? Give me one more card for the collective. Give me one more card for the collective when it comes to the clarity that they're receiving. What clarity are they receiving at this time when it comes to August 25th? Ooh, thank you. Yeah, there's something about you being connected, okay? Connected to your higher self, or connected to source. Even when it comes to like your emotions, you're very connected to your emotions, especially if you're very deep within your emotions, like you think very deeply. And so that is why you guys cannot do what's the word I'm looking for? Like surface level conversations, like where it's just like, hi, good morning, how's the weather? Like mundane conversations. You hate that. You want to talk to people about, and I know it sounds very invasive, but it's not. You're just a deep person. You like to talk about life and, you know, the way people treat people and how, you know, the universe works and astrology and things like you want to go deep in conversation. So you have deep emotions, right? And this is also a part of your journey. Your journey is to allow yourself to connect with your deep emotions, and that way on your journey, you're going to connect with other people who are also connected to their deep emotions as well. Yeah, we have follow your bliss. Okay, guys, so I'm going to end it here. Okay, when it comes to your journey, you guys are following your bliss. Things are unfolding for you guys. Okay, you guys are receiving with the World card as well. So receiving new opportunities, new ideas, new adventures. Basically, the world is yours, okay? The world is in the palm of your hands right now. I know that it sounds really cliche, but it's true. It's like you have the freedom to do what you want to do, okay? Especially right now. It's like, say you're not working, you have the freedom to pick up a book and learn something new, you know, write notes and do whatever it is that you want to do, make content, whatever it is that you need to do, even if you're making money from it or not. The whole idea is doing what makes you happy at the end of the day, okay? Whether people like it or not, okay? We have change. And I did mention angel number 555, okay, on the timer. So change is significant with the World card. Moon energy is significant. We have transformation as well at the bottom of the deck. And then we also have wisdom. So there's something about your wisdom transforming as well. For some of you guys, like I said, there's something about your boundaries that are significant. So if this is past energy that's trying to get into your energy, you've already removed yourself from that and you're helping your future self, okay? So the more boundaries that you have when it comes to your future self, there's something about you guys moving forward and allowing yourself to grow, okay? But I'm going to end it here. So please take what resonates with you guys. And again, thank you guys for the love and the support. As always, you know, I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading. All right, guys? But yeah, love you guys. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. All right. Bye, guys.